Hey there, it's Sam. Welcome to my training vlog. I am a active duty U.S. Navy Senior Chief and a powerlifter, and I'm at the end of week 4 of a 6-week shred with RP. So this week I'm going to try to keep things kind of short because it's a holiday weekend. I've got other stuff to do, you've got other stuff to do, and my last couple of videos went way longer than I ever intended them to. Where am I at progress-wise? This week, my change average was a 1/4 pound, which is not awesome at all. The week before, my change average was a 1/2 pound. I kind of hit like a stall, I think. I'm kind of at a stuck point or a plateau, which is tough. It's a tough place to be when there's only 2 weeks left, so that's not feeling too great in here. The lowest I got again was 71.0, which is the lowest. Last week was 171.1, so this week I got 171.0, but my average was lower than last week, so it's good, but not the 170 that I'm like aiming for. Still haven't gotten to the 2 zeros. Anyway, that's a bit frustrating because I feel like more often than not I'm hitting the mark, so meh. As far as not hitting the mark, I had one unplanned cheat day this week and one day where my carbs were a little bit high. The cheat day, we went to the movies, so my movie theater snacks, that's what put me over. So it was about 1 meal's worth of, it's like 1 extra meal basically, the movie theater snacks, and they're higher in carbs and higher in fats than my regular meals. So that put me over. I don't think it significantly impacted my week though. My week was, I just stayed around the same place. Little bobbles from day to day. I just stayed in the same spot, which is slightly frustrating. I did see another 1/2 inch come off my waist though. I took a measurement yesterday morning and I'm down to 34 inches flat pretty much. So there's stuff happening, right? But not all the scale stuff, not all the scale action that I need to be having happen. Summer. I also got to 28 days of a gallon of water a day. So I think I'm gonna go to 30 and then stop trying so hard. I need not this much water every day. I think I'd be good with 2 to 3 liters. I don't think I need to do a full gallon every day. I was just doing this as an experiment to see if it would help or hinder the weight loss effort. The one thing it did do was probably curb my appetite a little bit, because when you're full of water, you don't have much room for other things. And then other times where I maybe wasn't hitting enough fiber for the day, I feel like drinking the water kind of helped my body force things to keep moving through. So there's that. But I'm not going to keep this up. 30 days I think is enough. My boyfriend is also drinking a gallon-ish a day or every 2 days. So we've been consuming quite a bit of plastic bottles and the big gallon jugs, that is. And it's not convenient for our recycling bin. It's not convenient for us shopping wise, and I'm sure it's not like earth friendly. But there are better ways, and we're gonna try to figure out some better ways to do this. Anyway, so when I get to 30 days, I'm gonna stop taking the gallon of water a day so seriously. In the meantime, good for me for getting a month done. Apart from that, my energy output this week, I was worried because I had one day, Tuesday, this week that just finished. Tuesday, I was like dead. I was almost, the whole house, like we were both kind of ill almost. I think maybe just, I don't know, I think we just needed rest. So we really didn't do much, didn't get a lot of steps. I think I was under 3,000 for steps that day. We didn't work out, we didn't do anything. It was couch day, full-blown couch day. So I was really worried about how that was going to impact my weeks as far as steps and overall energy expenditure for the week. But here at the end of the week, I still ended up getting, I think 77,000, which is more than last week. Last week was like 66,000, and that was the goal, was to increase energy expenditure to help combat the diet app trying to cut my carbs. So remember, the app will make adjustments week by week based on your performance. So a half a pound loss last week was not enough for me to maintain at my current macro. So the app cut me in carbs, and in order to try to negotiate a little bit of those carbs back, I decided to up my energy expenditure, which I did accomplish, but I still didn't lose anything in addition. So the app has struck again. It's cutting my carbs again, and I cannot do more than what I did this past week. Okay, let me take that back. I can do a little bit more, but I can't go to the next bracket of like steps or energy expenditure for the week in the app. The bracket that I'm in, I can get probably a little bit more out of because there's a range, but I cannot go above and beyond the bracket that I selected for this. So I have to take the carb cut. I'm not psyched. It's less than 100 grams a day. I don't want to say the specific number because I don't remember it off the top of my head. I've started to plan some low carb meals for the week, which I'm also not excited about. In training this week, I have max effort squat, max effort bench for 3 reps. So that's not a great time to be low on energy and low on the sustenance I need to do this thing. So I might carb cycle for those days and blow off the app, which is, that's not what we're here for. We're here to obey and give it the fairest shot possible, but I don't want to fail those lifts. I have numbers in my head, at least for bench, that I really, really want to get. For squat, I'm kind of in no man's land. The only thing I've done above what I accomplished my last block was actually singles. So anything less than a single at this point, they're all accomplishments, new accomplishments. So I'll take whatever for squat, but for bench, I really have this thing in my mind that will set me up for something really big at the end of the year maybe, and I just want it so bad. I don't want to be weak. So we'll see. We'll see how well I adhere to the diet, or maybe I'll have my cheat day will be a high carb day in preparation for the bench and for my competition squat day. We'll see. I don't normally do that. I try to keep consistent throughout because it's too hard to carb cycle for me. The app, if you tell it I'm lifting Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, it will increase your carbs on those days based on the training period that you put in. So if you put in a 2-hour training block, it's going to give you more carbs to support the 2-hour training block. And then on days like, say, Sunday and Wednesday is your rest day, it will reduce the amount of carbs you're to have on those days. So it has that stuff built in for you if you want to use it. I find it's too hard. It's too hard to do that, especially because I'm not, like, the day it's just tough. It's tough to stick to those things. Right now, at least. Maybe when I'm back at work, I will get into a routine and it will be easy to stick the routine and then plan for those things, but not right now. So right now, my best bet is to stay even-keeled throughout the week, with the exception of like a cheat day. And then if I'm gonna have a cheat day, I better hit it hard the next day and take advantage of all those carbs in my body, which I've been doing. Most of the time, my cheat days actually fall before my deadlift day, which is a little bit of intention and a little bit of not intention. But I take advantage of it, that's for sure. And my deadlift has been doing okay this year. I actually hit a PR this past week, so maybe I'm not doing so bad. There's wins and there's losses. I lost a ½ inch, but I only lost a ¼ pound. But I PR'd my deadlift, and my squat and bench are feeling strong. So, meh. Anyway, I only have 2 weeks left of this 6-week shred. I plan on maintaining or exceeding 77,000 steps this week, as well as the overall energy output, trying to maintain or exceed. I go back to work this coming week, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe it will actually get easier because I will have to be going to and from the parking lot. We will see. Otherwise, maybe it will derail me. Hopefully not. I'm trying to do quite a bit of meal prepping this holiday weekend to prepare me when work happens and I'm down or stressed or angry, and maybe I stayed a little bit later than I wanted to, which means I couldn't get in the gym when I wanted to. So either I don't go to the gym or I go to the gym later during a normal like dinner time, and then my dinner is also later. That late dinner, if I went to the gym, it might be Chipotle, which is not terrible, but it's not in my macros either, you know? I like Chipotle, but it wasn't in my macros probably. Or I don't go to the gym and I cook something, but then I lost a gym session. These are the things that happen when I'm not prepared. So the best thing to be is prepared. So that's it. I'm gonna stop talking. Very small changes happened. Very small wins. Not enough for the app to not cut my carbs. So the app cut my carbs again. So that means these last 2 weeks are gonna be rough. I really need to see a higher change in order for it to not cut me again for the very last week. And I don't want that to happen. My goal is to get to 168 and then start a maintenance phase at 168 and try to hold on to that for a little bit. At least 2 months, because that would be 8 weeks, which would exceed the diet that I just came off of. And I really think that I might have metabolism problems, like all these back and forth dieting stuff, you know. Maybe I can get to a higher calorie amount and not gain weight. That would be, please, that's the goal. I really want to learn how to maintain. So I think if I get into 68, that will be my goal, will be to maintain in the 60s for a while before doing another cut. So 2 weeks left. Let's get it together, please. See ya.